Now, the 80s hit electronic band Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark are going on tour. One of their stops next March is going to be Nottingham. Helen Barnes sat down with co-founder and lead singer of OMD, Andy McCluskey, to talk all things from inspiration behind the songs to their long-awaited return on the road.
It gets harder and harder the older you get, but I found during lockdown that I was getting inspiration for things I wanted to write about. There were still things that were making me angry. There's a track on the album called Kleptocracy, which is probably the most political song I've ever written, and it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. I didn't name any names, but it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. Anybody who hears it will get it. But in the end, it's just, have you got enough good ideas? Have you got enough good melodies? And have you got the energy to put them together in a way that makes it spark to people and isn't just a bit sort of like, I want to write a song, but I'm bored and I don't have anything to write about, so I'll just do a tedious song like this. You have to hope it's not like that.
Which was the song that you wrote the quickest on your album?
Ooh, do you know what? They all took quite a lot of time. I suppose actually, strangely enough, there's a song on there called Aphrodite's Favorite Child, which is 12 years old, but I wrote it in a couple of days like that.
Wow.
It was written for somebody. It was actually a gift to somebody that I was deeply in love with.
Oh.
Sadly, in the end, it didn't work out.
Oh.
Thank you. And just
does
recently...
Does this person know that you wrote it for them?
Oh, yeah, I gave them the song.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We've stayed in touch, and in the end, I managed to persuade them. She said, well, listen, you can give it to everybody else now. You gave it to me, but you can give it to everybody else. So that's... There's a couple of other songs on there that were written specifically for people, and I promised them I wouldn't say their names or mention them. Because again, they were written for them. They were musical hugs at the time of COVID, where I was saying, I know it's difficult and I love you and everything's going to be okay. And I gave them the song. And then, of course, like the bad man I am, I said, by the way, could I have the song for our album? I really like it. Would you mind if I steal your song back from you? And they both said yes. So.
Oh, that's so nice. Now, obviously, I saw you at Let's Rock. You're amazing. I do all the backstage interviews at Rewind. I know that you've headlined Rewind and you've been amazing. You've played a whole catalogue of hits. The crowd have absolutely loved you. At festivals like that, they're kind of the audience are predominantly looking for the 80s songs, the bigger hits. Would you be playing your new music at festivals next year?
We're not going to be doing festivals next year. We're taking a summer off. Yes, we're taking a summer off, I'm afraid.
No.
Well, we have our own tour. We have the Bauhaus Staircase tour, which is starting starting in January in Europe, and then we'll come over to Ireland and with the UK, and we're playing Leicester and Nottingham in mid-March.
Yes, we were going to ask you about that.
The 12th and the 13th. So hopefully, listen, when we play live, we will be playing about 4 or 5 tracks from Bauhaus Staircase. It's the Bauhaus Staircase tour.
Yeah.
And we've already released 3 tracks and they've been very well received. So I think we're comfortable playing a few tracks. But what's going to happen is we have this dilemma that we have so many hit singles. People expect to hear them, and if we don't play them, we'll get it in the neck. So it's a nice problem.
You don't have any choice, really, do you?
No, exactly. So those who come to see us in Nottingham and in Leicester, they will hear all of their favourites as well as a few new songs.
Well, I'm sure there's loads of people watching this on Notts TV that would absolutely love to come along. Sell it to us, and what can they expect? They can expect lots of songs from your new album. They can expect all the great hits, but why should they come along?
Well, you've seen us. You're the best advert we can have. There's an energy that comes off the stage. We pour energy out into the audience and we get it back because they feel it and they give it back, and it becomes a positive cycle. We haven't played Nottingham for a few years, so it's nice to be going back there again to the Royal Concert Hall. We have started playing Leicester recently, largely to keep our manager happy because she's from Leicester. So it's her hometown. She gets to go back to the old De Montfort where she first saw us
Yeah.
when she was 18. I think the bottom line is we will do some of the new tracks. They will be wonderful because we're confident they're brilliant. I sound very egotistical, but this album would not be released had we not done a proper editorial job of making sure that we were only releasing the good stuff.
Yeah.
The videos that have been made for the new release.
Right, sports now, and the Football League trophy